Hello everyone, good morning. Can you guys hear me? Can anyone confirm?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So we'll start in another 5 minutes. Let's wait for the students or the other candidates to join so we can start off in the next 5 minutes. Okay, uh, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right. So, welcome everyone for our resume building session. So, I will be conducting this session today, and I'm Rakesh. I'm currently working as a product owner for Wells Fargo. I have an overall years of experience is about 14 years of experience into different domains. I worked in healthcare, I worked in supply chain, I've also worked in digital marketing domain. Now, currently, I'm working in financial sector. Wells Fargo is a bank. So, with Wells Fargo, it's been around almost 7 years now. In 7 years, I switched to multiple roles within this organization. I worked as a business analyst, I worked as a scrum master, and now currently I'm working as a product owner. So before we kickstart this session today, uh, maybe we'll not have the intro of each and everyone because it'll take a lot of time. So we can I'll start the session by asking a simple question. According to you guys, what do you mean by a resume? What do you understand by a resume? A simple one-line answer would be good enough. What exactly do you understand by a resume? Okay, details about you. Anyone online?
Story or background about the person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else? Guys, whoever it is, please go on mute. There is a lot of noise there. Anybody else? I think we have around 16 participants online. A one-line answer. What do you think is a resume? We've already got two answers here. Okay, anyways, let's move
It
ahead.
is like our professional summary, sir.
Professional summary. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
And may I know your name, please?
Vinay.
Vinay. Okay, Vinay. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
Teja. Okay. We have Teja here in the classroom as well. So he is also saying it's a it's a details about any person. Basically, it will be some sort of a professional summary about your skill set and about your qualification and all, right? So right now in this session, we'll be covering crafting a resume with respect to data analyst roles. So can someone tell me how many of us in this batch today or in this class are already in the data analyst roles, or how many of them are freshers who are looking to pursue a role or a career in data analytics? And if someone is already pursuing a career but in a different role, you can put it in the chat. How many of you are freshers? How many of you are already working somewhere but in a different domain and planning to switch to data analytics roles? Anyone? Switch to data analysis. I'm in a different domain. I'm planning to switch. Avinash, okay. Planning to switch domain. Prithvi, okay. And what about you, Teja? You're a fresher, okay. Okay, RK, Pala, fresher. I'm having 9 years of experience. Planning to switch. Chandrasekhar, Fayaz, planning to switch. So whoever is planning to switch, can you also tell me currently in which domain or which role are they working in?
Yes, sir. Currently, I am working in marketing operations,
Okay.
where I look after accounts payable related to marketing
Uh-huh.
expenses, and also I work partially. I work on data analysis.
Okay.
Uh, Here recently, I've built a Power BI dashboards, few dashboards here,
Got it. Mm-hmm.
but I want to switch to full-time data analyst roles.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Thanks, Vinay. I'm into private equity finance, Avinash brother. Okay. Fine. I think most of them are already working professionals, but they're planning to switch into data analyst roles. Few of them are freshers, but I would also like to ask you guys, why exactly do you want to get into data analytics? Why do you want to get into data analytics? I need genuine answers.
Main thing is related to career opportunities and growth. And one more is like currently every industry is moving into data analyst or data analysis roles. Like it might be into finance or it might be into marketing. So
Okay, okay. And it's Vinay, right, who is answering the question?
yeah,
Yeah. So Vinay, you just mentioned every organization is moving into data analysis and maybe for future and growth, right?
yeah.
Right? So
Yes, yes.
let me ask you another question, not only to you but everyone out here. I'd like to ask you a simple question, okay? Maybe you'll have to think a little deeper and give me an answer, okay? How do you think the data is getting generated? How do you think the data is getting generated? Maybe you can give
When
me
we
a
make
daily example as well.
transactions, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. When we
Transactions.
make transactions,
Uh-huh.
the end user process
Uh-huh.
transactions into any systems like ERP or
Uh-huh.
in many
Okay.
other services,
Uh-huh. Okay.
where then the data will be generated.
Perfect. Perfect. Anything else that others can think of? Maybe you can put it in the chat as well. That's fine.
Majorly from the data inputting manually and it might be from the databases sometimes.
Sorry?
Majorly, if we talk about the finance industry, majorly the data comes from the manual inputting into the system. Then it will
Okay.
convert into the
Manual input
report.
into the system. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I mean, that's right. Anything else that others can think of? How do you think the data is getting generated? Maybe not only with respect to financial industry, with respect to any other industry, or with respect to any, or you can also give me an example of a daily usage or daily way how the data is getting generated. We tend to ignore these small things, but I'd like to understand, if we as humans generate data on a daily basis as well. How do you think we generate that data?
Yes, sir. When we make transactions on Google Pay or somewhere else,
Okay, fine.
there also the data will be generated.
Yes, yes. Anything else? Can I say conversations over phone calls is a data?
Yes,
Okay. Can I say watching Instagram Reels is also generating some sort of data in the background,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Can I say right now I am talking here in this class and this particular session is being recorded. This is some sort of a data,
yes,
right? Everyone agree with me on that?
yes.
Right. So before the data is getting generated, there are a lot of other operations that are happening, right? Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
In
Some,
progress.
okay. Who is it? I just heard another voice. Okay, someone, Dasari Chandrasekhar is mentioned, senior finance analyst, accounts receivables. So Dasari, a question to you, financial analyst and accounts receivables. the data analysis comes later, but before that, there are a lot of other operations that happen within financial industry, right? I'm not sure, but there is some noise in the background. I don't know if it is you, Chandra, who is trying to talk, but that's okay. So, if I have to say, in every organization, are there only data analysts? There are a lot of other people who are working in different roles, right? Someone is doing some sort of operation, someone is doing some business analysis role, someone is working in data analyst role, someone else is working in some other role, right? Am I right? Someone is coding, a developer, a tester, but why only data analyst that we are currently focusing on? Okay, maybe I'll ask the question in a different way. What are the skills that are needed and what are the strengths that a good data analyst need to have? Okay, don't just give me an example of tools and applications, but what are the other skills that a data analyst need to have? Maybe already working professionals can answer this question in the chat, please. What are the other skills that a data analyst need to have other than tools and applications? Anyone? Vinay? Avinash? A lot of people in the chat, but I would like to know the understanding data analysis and making some useful insights. Okay. Can I say this as analytical skills?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, perfect. What else? What else do you think the a data analyst need to have? Communication skills, perfect. Absolutely right, Rajesh. Anything else? Detail oriented, Fayaz. Yes, absolutely right. What else? Teja, you? Presentation skills, yes. Can I say storytelling skills?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the basic, or I would say building blocks with respect to skills for any data analyst. One is understanding the data, or I would say analytical skills, communication, detail oriented, presentation. You should be able to tell a good story based on your analysis to the audience or the stakeholders that you will be presenting to, right? Without these skills, okay, can anyone be, let's say I'm learning Excel, let's say I'm learning Power BI, let's say I'm learning Tableau or SQL or whatever analytical tool which is available in the market. Let's say by just learning, will I be able to do my best as a data analyst? No, right? Right, I wouldn't be able to do that. So always focus on developing your skills with respect to communication, how to tell a story after your analysis, how to present it, and how detail oriented one need to be when they are trying to pursue a data analyst role, right? Any questions on this till now?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for confirming. So as you've already decided or made a decision to get into the role of data analyst or maybe analytics industry, right? So there is a specific set of things that one need to keep in mind when you are planning to get into a data analyst role. For that, let's discuss further. So these are the things that we'll be covering. One is tailoring your resume for success. We'll learn how to customize your resume specifically for data analyst positions and highlighting certain skills and experiences that the recruiters would actually look for in a data analyst resume. And ATS optimization. ATS is nothing but an automated tool which every job portal runs in the background to pick or shortlist the resumes based on their requirements, right? Next is what are the different approaches that we need to follow for both the category of people, for freshers and for the career switchers. So most of us today in the audiences are already working professionals and they are planning to switch their career. So we'll discuss both the scenarios, and at the same time we will also cover what are the pitfalls or maybe don'ts that we should not include in a resume, especially in the data analyst resume. Okay. So I'll also show you a couple of sample resumes, how a resume should not be and how it should be for a fresher. And I'll also show how a resume for an experienced professional should not be and how it should be. Okay, before, let's say if a person, there was a person in the comment section, he mentioned that he is in a financial analyst role in the accounts receivable department. So obviously he'll have something else in his entire career that he was working on. So we will kind of modify that resume into the data analyst resume and see what he or she can include in it, so that the recruiter would think that okay, he has some sort of an experience in data analysis and they can attend the interviews and maybe clear those interviews as well. Okay, these are the four main objectives of our today's session. Any questions on this? Does everyone is everyone aware of the ATS term? I don't know, someone is trying to talk, but there's a lot of static. Maybe whoever is trying to talk, maybe you can just put a comment, please, in the chat. Is everyone aware of the ATS, or are you guys hearing for the first time? Maybe you can put it in the chat. ATS first time, Dasari Chandrasekhar. Okay. Anybody else who is hearing it for the first time? Dasari, I think you've mentioned you are already working somewhere, senior financial analyst, accounts receivables. How much years of experience do you have? Yes, total 9. Okay, perfect. Anybody else with an experience of maybe 5 and above? 5 years and above? Anyone? Put it in the chat. Okay. So let's move ahead. So before we move into the preparing resume, I think everyone who is planning to switch their careers into data analyst, we need to understand what are the core responsibilities and essential tools and skills that are required to become an efficient data analyst. As you can see here in this slide, the core responsibilities would be data cleaning and preparation for analysis. The other one is creating visualizations that tell compelling stories, writing SQL queries to extract insights. The next one is building reports and dashboards for stakeholders, communicating findings to non-technical audiences. Now, someone said we need to be detail oriented, right? And I also mentioned storytelling, right? And we should be able to give insights. And someone also mentioned communication skills. Now, don't you think those skills are already covered as a part of these core responsibilities of a data analyst role? They are covered, right? Right. So, anytime any organization who is posting a job, be it on a job portal or on their career portals, would expect a candidate to have these skills in them. So how do they gauge the candidate's data cleaning and preparation skills? By relevant tools that are available in the market. So they would ask questions based on Excel, maybe on SQL, maybe on Python or R, maybe on Tableau and Power BI, and statistical thinking. Why statistical thinking? Because every analysis that you perform, there are two things that you need to keep in mind. Either my analysis could be right or could be wrong, right? So how do you understand or come to a conclusion that this particular analysis or any other analytical model is a successful model, right? There is something called as null hypothesis. Is everyone aware of it? Null hypothesis term. You might have heard this in statistics, right? What does null hypothesis say? First, you need to consider this particular model is wrong, is a failure. Based on that, you start your analysis or research, right? You need to have first you need to think that, okay, this is A. Then you need to try to come to conclusion of B. That's what it talks about. What is the general understanding of statistics with everyone in this call? Any basic idea? I'm not saying that whoever is getting into data analyst must and should have these statistical skills as well. Okay, sorry for that interruption. Someone said quick analysis of data. Uh, what do you mean by quick analysis of data, Avinash?
Like if we take any data, we can, for example, in statistics, there is a mean mode, likewise.
Uh-huh.
So we can get the
Yes.
quick, quick data or single number from the data.
Basically, if I have to give a simple, in simple terms, maybe not the definition, but statistics is nothing but giving a summary of the historical data, or maybe we can also come up with some predictive
Yeah.
data for
Analysis.
the
Yeah.
existing data. Can I say that?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, a simple, easy to understand explanation for it. There are a lot of complex things included in statistics, but you guys who are planning to enter into statistics need to have some basic understanding like mean, median, mode, or what is a p-value and all. These things you need to have. Okay, some basic A/B testing and all these things you should be uh, having some understanding about it. Okay, because data analyst role doesn't end at just building dashboards or building reports and all. It will get into more complex things in the future, which include some data science roles, right? If you want to grow in that field, you just can't stay at an analyst role. You will have to get into the data scientist roles as well. Okay, depending on your comfort zones and your strengths as a part of that role that you have taken up. It all depends on these things as well, and how well you keep upskilling yourself based on the new technological advancements in this industry. Okay, any questions? So how many of you are from a BTech or science background who have already worked on Excel, SQL? You guys can put it in the chat. Your name? Manaswini, science background. Fresher? Experience, which field? Content analyst. 2 years, sir? Company? Okay. Content analyst, what kind of content? Social media content or something else? Digital marketing content. Okay. Anyone from the, from online? Anything is fine. Anyone? Guys, I want you to be more engaging in this session because I would not understand if you guys are getting this session or not. So please be more active, I would say, because I
Yes,
wouldn't
sir.
know.
I am from the computers background.
Mm-hmm.
Now I work on Excel
Mm-hmm.
and ERP applications.
Sorry,
For
ERP applications, huh?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
For accounts payable, we use ERP
Yes.
named
Yes.
Lighthouse, which is Oracle databases one.
Yes. Yes.
Apart from this, I have foundational knowledge on SAP FI and CO modules.
Okay.
Uh,
Perfect. That's good. I'm
Now, currently, I am building few dashboards on my own in my organization
okay.
after completion of this course. Yes.
Okay. In which application you are building those dashboards?
Power BI.
Power BI.
I'm
Okay.
building dashboard for our budget versus expenses, marketing budget versus expenses
Okay. Okay.
report. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Chandrasekhar is saying working on ERP. Okay, and Oracle applications. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for the clarity. So when you are using Oracle applications, whatever operation that you perform in that Oracle application, what's happening in the background? Which language code is getting generated? People who are already working on ERP and Oracle applications, please. You should be able to answer this question.
I think SQL, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. It is SQL. Right. So whatever operation, drag and drop, whatever you're performing, any single operation in the background, that UI in front of you is actually triggering an SQL code in the background and hitting a database. Right. It is trying to extract that data and showing it to you in the form of that UI through that ERP application. Right. So,
Yes.
yeah, perfect. So the reason why I'm showing you this, understanding the data analyst role, until unless you guys understand the requirement and what you need to do in this role, if you don't have that basic idea about it, what is the expectation and all, I don't think you'll be performing well in that role. Because before we apply for a job, apply for a data analyst role, you should be confident enough that yes, I can do or perform well in this role. Am I right? Agree with me
Yes.
on this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if we are not comfortable or not confident about performing in this, what's the point in applying for this role? So the reason why I'm showing you is for the same. First, you need to know what is the expectation, the core roles and responsibilities of a data analyst, and what are the essential tools and skills that are required. Now, you guys might have already seen in different job descriptions when you, I mean, either while pursuing this course on Excel or maybe on Power BI, or maybe when you wanted to apply or get into this data analyst roles, you might have already gone through a lot of job descriptions on different job portals, be it Naukri, Monster, or LinkedIn, or whatever it is, right? So
Yes.
wherever you have seen, either there is a combination of Excel, SQL, Python, or maybe Excel, SQL, Tableau, or Power BI, or if not, there is Python, some sort of statistics, right? There is always a combination of 2 or 3 tools or applications in the expectation in the JD, right? So let's say if I learn only Excel, can I become an efficient data analyst? I would say no. The expectation from every organization is, though you may not completely work on all the 3 things, but at least 2 things you will be working on in those roles. So it is always advisable to all the candidates who are planning to get into this data analyst roles, or switching the careers from different roles into these data analyst roles, need to have a combination of 2 to 3 skills or 2 to 3 tools and applications knowledge in their armory, without which I would say please do not apply for these roles. Okay, that would be my sincere request to everyone out here. Okay, because when you go to an interview, the hiring manager, or you'll have these technical rounds, so they'll not only ask questions on one particular tool or application, they will drill you on different things. So build that base, a stronger base, with Excel, Tableau or Power BI and SQL. If these 3 things are there, you're good to go, good to enter into the data analyst industry or analytics industry, because these are the basic building blocks for any analytics role, even for a fresher or for an experienced candidate. Later on you can build more and more tools and applications knowledge once you get into that role. Okay, any questions on this, or do you have a different opinion altogether on this? I mean, I'm free to know that.
No, sir, we are clear.
Okay, fine, thank you. No questions. Perfect. Thank you. Yassine Sheikh just joined. Link was not working for me. Fine. So Yassine, we just kick-started the session. So before getting into the resume building, I was walking through an understanding of the data analyst role to the team. Uh, as you can see on the board, these are the core responsibilities and essential tools and skills. Can I know, are you already working somewhere or are you a fresher? Okay. Yes, working. In which field and how many years of experience do you have? That's fine. You can just put it in the chat. That should be good. Your current role and number of years of experience. Healthcare industry as senior analyst. Okay. Is it into operations? 3 years and 2 months. Okay. Operations. Perfect. Okay. Fine. And one more important thing. In order for me, uh, building reports and dashboards for stakeholders, don't you think I also need to have some basic understanding about the domain that I'm currently working in? Be it financial domain, be it
Yes.
healthcare domain, be it banking industry, be it marketing, right? that is also very important. Let's say I am the manager and coming to you and giving you a task of building a dashboard, and I'm not giving you any other requirements. Number one, I would say analyze this data and come up with your own insights. That is how most of the times I would give you the task to perform, and I'll give you a deadline of maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks. You are a new joiner, or maybe you have come from a different background altogether, or maybe can I say you're coming from a financial background,
Hello.
but I gave you a data for marketing
Hello.
domain. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just testing my microphone. I think it is working now. Thank you.
Oh, okay, Yasin. Sure. Thanks. So, yeah, you guys are from, let's assume you guys are from finance domain, and I'm giving you marketing related data, and I'm asking you to come up with insights. You hardly have around 10 to 20% of knowledge about marketing domain, and but still you try hard, you do some basic research and try ask questions within your team to from your peers and perform some insights, and you give it to me, right? Now, how accurate, I wouldn't call accurate, but how good are these insights for me to take a critical business decision? How good are these insights going to be for me to make any critical decision, business decision? Let's say I took some decision based on the insights that you gave me, and seems to be I incurred some losses, or the project was not successful. Something happened, some failure with respect to that project, or we did something wrong there. What could be the major cause, the root cause here? Me not having a strong understanding about the domain, right? Can I say that?
Yes.
Yes.
So now you might even ask me, sir, I am from this background. Now, if I have to get into a data analyst role, I got an analyst role in some marketing company, should I take it or not? I would say take, but at the same time, whichever company that you're applying for, if it is not already aligned with your current domain, that you have, if you have any experience, let's say, okay, then try to do some basic research on that domain, or on that industry. What are the current trends? Try to understand what are the current trends, what's happening in that industry. Okay, try to understand what that company or organization is currently doing, what all businesses that company has in that domain. Try to do some basic research, take some time, spend some time in this basic research, right? That way, when you're answering questions in the interview as well, it will help you guys, it will give some confidence. And when you enter into that role, as you've already done some research, when you're getting trained, I'm not saying that you will not be trained in that domain, you will get trained, but not to that level where an already experienced person is there. Okay, now think in different perspective. Let's say I'm looking specifically for a data analyst role who already has some marketing domain experience. Okay, and there are two candidates. You with zero marketing experience, but you have financial domain knowledge, and you're a very good data analyst. You have around 5 years of experience, but I have someone with 2 years of experience with the similar technical skills. Who do you think I would consider here? Similar domain experience? Though you are 4 to 5 years, though you have 4 to 5 years of experience, I want someone to understand my kind of work so that I'll be able to get the insights that I'm looking for. Am I right? Do you agree with me on that? Online?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So try to do some basic research and maybe include some projects if needed, corresponding to the role or the domain that you're working for. So in the initial days, I want you guys, whoever is experienced in different domains, currently working, focus on the data analyst roles in the similar industry itself. Because you have some thorough understanding about that domain as to what's happening in it already. Instead of going to some other foreign domain and try to build everything from scratch, try to shift within the same industry or same domain into a different role, which is a data analyst role here. Does that make sense? Don't you think it will help you guys to understand the data well? As you already are good with these technical skills, which is Excel, you perform pretty good analysis with Excel, Power BI or Tableau or whatever it is. But if you do not understand the domain and the data, what's the point in having these skills? Right? So this would be my strong recommendation to everyone who is already currently working, okay, especially currently working in some domain or some field, banking or marketing or healthcare, whoever it is. Try to switch to a data analyst role in the same industry. You will gain more and more confidence in working that role. You'll be able to upskill yourself. You will understand much, I would say, you'll gain more understanding with respect to data and how to deal with that data. Right? Question? ఏంటిది? Question అంటున్నా. Okay. So that's the reason why I wanted you guys to understand the responsibilities and essential tools and skills that a data analyst role would require. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. 1 second. So what are the recruiters really looking for? One is problem solving mindset, analytical thinking and communication excellence. So before reading this, the details presented on the screen, why do you think one need to have a problem solving mindset? Analytical thinking is fine, I understand, because you need to analyze the data. Why problem solving mindset? Yeah, agreed, but why do you think that is needed? What is the problem there? Why do a data analyst need to have that problem solving mindset? Anyone? You can type it in the chat as well. Why do you think that is necessary for a data analyst role, having a problem solving mindset? That's okay, even if it's a wrong answer, I'm fine with it. Why do you think a problem solving mindset is needed? Anyone? Okay, fine. Let's say the requirement that I'm trying to give is not straightforward. For example, I give you a data of last 5 years, okay, and I'll try to, and I'm asking you to give some insights on that data. Now, I'm giving you a specific thing here, a specific statement here. I see, or maybe we see, our organization is actually observing certain drop with respect to sales or profits from last 5 years. I want you to identify as to why this is happening. What's the problem here in the statement that I made? What's the problem here the current organization is facing? Dip in the sales and profits, right? There is some reason which I don't know. I want your help to answer this question. How would you answer this? Performing the analysis, first thing you need to have how to resolve this problem. The way you will be giving me insights totally depends on this thing, right? Let's say You gave me insight. You are only, let's say you are in a reporting analyst role, not a data analyst role, but in a reporting analyst role. I gave you this 5 years of data. You will only show that, okay, every year in the month of April and May, there is a dip in sales in so and so region, in so and so region. And now that is quite frequent in every year. That has been a trend every year. April and May, the so and so region A, region B, there is a dip in sales, and due to which we are losing out on customers and all. This is the insights that you give as a reporting analyst. Does that solve my problem? Does that solve my problem? My problem will be
No.
solved when you're also giving me an reason as to why that is happening. Now, when will you have that? Only when you have that problem solving mindset and understanding about the industry and the market in that region, right? There could be multiple reasons during that April and May month. Let's say, let's consider in a vague scenario, let's say there is a small town, let's say there is a small town where we are actually losing out on sales in that April and May month, because that's a holiday season for them and they are traveling elsewhere during that season. There is nobody else to buy some certain items for that. Definitely the sales will dip, right? For that, I need to have problem solving mindset. That is when you will become an excellent data analyst, right? If I did not dig deeper into this problem, or I'm really trying to solve, if I am not putting my efforts to really solve this problem, would I be able to give these kind of insights? No, right? Definitely not. So that's the reason. Sorry? So this kind of problem solving mindset should also be there. Okay. These things comes when you have critical thinking as well. Okay. The next one is analytical thinking, which is quite obvious. Okay. Beyond technical skills, they also want to see the evidence of your ability to think critically about data. Show how you have questioned assumptions, validated findings, and approached problems systematically. Now, if you see that line, how you have questioned your assumptions. Now, if I'm not questioning that assumption as to why there has been a dip or decrease in the sales or profits in a certain time period, if I'm not questioning that why, I will not be able to give the proper insights, right? I would only give you the numbers and report the data to you. Okay, this is how it is. I'll just, this is what it is. Now, maybe now is the work of the CEO to go ahead and find out, or maybe the business owner to go ahead and find out as to why that is happening? No. I have hired you to do that, right? Organization hires people for the same reason. You need to find out a solution for it as to why this is happening, right? Apart from all these things, if you have analytical problem solving, I'm not having communication skills. Let's assume that I did all the hard work that is needed. I'm unable to communicate well. Do you think the business owner will understand what am I trying to say? Definitely not. At least I need to have some communication skills as to how did I perform this analysis, what are my observations, what are the assumptions that I made, why, how did I come to so and so conclusion. If I'm unable to explain, he or she or the organization won't be able to take the next step on it, right? So communication skills are also very important. The best data analyst bridges the gap between technical complexity and business understanding, right? So in your resumes, make sure you're highlighting these experiences where you have translated complex findings into clear and actionable recommendations for diverse audiences. Why diverse audiences? There won't be any single person who is actually taking your insights. There will be multiple people. So you should be able to explain in such a way that everyone is able to understand, right? Now are you able to understand why I'm covering these things? what recruiters really want or what organizations are actually looking for, because most of the people who are freshers or who are planning to switch their careers into any role, maybe into any role, but am specifically talking about the data analytics industry. So when you are preparing your resume, make sure you are showcasing these things, how you have implemented, how you have solved certain problem in your current role, how good analytical thinking you have, or how good your communication was when you are trying to interpret some complex data and giving some insights out of it, and you are making it clear to the diverse audience out there, right? So all these three things are the crux of your resume, are very important in your resume. If these three things are missing, then I don't think your resumes will get picked up. Now, how these three things should reflect in your resume, we will discuss that further. Any questions here in this section? What recruiters really want with respect to problem solving mindset, analytical thinking, and communication excellence on these 3 points?
Clear, sir.
Clear? Anyone?
Yes.
Fayaz, Chandrasekhar, others in the chat, please let me know if you have any questions.
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? Clear? Perfect. Thank you. Now let's move to the next section. So what are the first thing that we see when we are trying to apply for any role? The job description, right? So there is a strategy to follow while decoding those job descriptions. What does it give? It helps to build our resume first. They need to contain exact keywords, skills, and experiences employers value most. Now let's examine how to extract and leverage this critical information. So do you guys observe, did you guys observe in the JDs, there are certain things that they highlight or bold when they post any jobs, right? They do it,
Yeah.
right? The employers. Why do you think they are highlighted? That is what exactly they are looking for, right?
Yes.
So the first thing is we need to identify technical keywords which are with respect to data analyst roles: SQL, Python, Tableau, Excel, any sort of statistical methods if needed. These are the technical keywords that we need to look for. Next, note action verbs, which is analyze, visual, optimize, automate. Why are these called as action verbs? Simple example. I used Excel to analyze so and so data, right? And optimized this particular process. You have analyzed the data, you are performing some action there with the data. After that action that you have performed with the data, the result is optimizing of the result, which means, let's say initially there were maybe 50% efficiency. After your analysis that you have performed, the efficiency has increased to 75%, something like that, right? So you have optimized the problem and the solution to increase the efficiency there. You have performed some action and you are getting a result out there, right? So these are the things that they mention in the JDs, right, in the job description. We'll also look a couple of job description for data analyst role and try to decode them. Okay. The next one is capture the business context. Understand their domain. Retail analytics, financial reporting, or customer behavior, or something like that. Let's say retail analytics. Okay, they are mentioning something about retail analytics. So who or which companies, which kind of companies will do? It could be Amazon. It could be Spencer's, something like that. These sort of retail outlets will also have data analyst roles in them. So they want you to understand something about the retail industry. So there are a lot of different online portals that are available wherein you can do some projects on different data sets. Okay, like Kaggle. Did anyone hear about Kaggle?
Yes, sir.
Kaggle, who is it? Is it
Vinay.
Vinay? Okay,
Yes.
fine.
It's like a community for
Yeah, it's like an analytics community or a data
coders.
science community, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other communities that you are aware of?
GitHub.
GitHub, perfect. You can also get some sample data sets from GitHub as well.
Yes.
Anything else? Does anyone know anything else about these
For
communities?
SQL, we use W3 schools.
W3 schools is a basic tutorials kind of a stuff. It's not a typical community wherein you'll get sample. I mean, okay, it's a very small sample that I can think about, but anything else other than W3 schools? Does anyone know anything else? That's okay. I can share if you guys need, mostly at the end of the session, where you can register in those communities and try to come up with different case studies and perform analysis if you want to, when you're trying to apply for different domain related roles. Okay, I can share that at the end of the session. Okay, the next one is after capturing the business context, match your experience, right? Map your projects and skills to their requirements using their exact terminology. Let's say my requirement is into complete retail and I wanted you to have some XYZ tools experience. Okay, this kind of data you should have handled. Let's say you should have performed some customer churn related analysis before in your current role or something like that. These are the requirements. Now, how would you map your current experience with that? You'll have to edit your resume or modify your resume in such a way, okay, that you will cover those points so that your resumes get picked. And one more thing, how many resumes do you guys have currently maintain? Put it in the chat. How many resumes do you currently have? Okay, here in the class, both Teja and Manaswini say they have 2 resumes. How about people online? How many resumes do you maintain?
3 to 4, sir.
3 to 4. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Anybody else? And why 3 to 4 or 2 resumes? Why?
Yeah, for different domains, I have created those resumes, sir. I am looking for job opportunities in SAP as well as in data analysis. For
Okay,
the job roles related to SAP, I'll use them.
perfect.
The one which is yes.
Okay, got it, got it. So why do you need to maintain these 2 to 3 or maybe 4 resumes handy? I'm not asking you to completely change the entire resume, everything, but no. Your qualifications remain same, your strengths remains the same. Hardly the thing changes is maybe the kind of projects that you worked on and your technical skills might change here and there. That's it. You always need to maintain at least 3 to 4 resumes handy so that based on the requirement or the JD that you're applying for, you can modify that and review it and apply. Okay. Until unless you don't have these 3 to 4 resumes handy, I don't think you'll be able to get a call, because every time you have only a single resume and you're constantly editing that resume will not make sense, right? It is always advisable to have at least 3 to 4 resumes, and I'm sure not everyone wants to keep applying in every domain that is available in the market. You might be comfortable with one domain, like maybe Manaswini already has experience into marketing content, this thing, she might be applying for those kind of related roles. So she's good with 2 resumes. Now someone is into ERP solutions. I think it is both Chandrasekhar and Vinay, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's say you guys wanted to apply into a different domain again. You will also have some 2 to 3 resumes wherein you can make those modifications quickly and apply for it. The basic crux remains the same. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just the how you write your current experience and how you explain it, what kind of value you added, those things changes. Okay, I'll also show which section needs to change in a resume. I'll also walk you through it. These are the things that you need to keep in mind. At least 3 to 4 resumes are a good habit to maintain. And for freshers, 2 resumes are good. 2 to 3 resumes are good. That should be good enough, because there is nothing more that you can do, add additional, until unless you are working on some projects that you wish to on different websites. I mean, getting the sample data and work on it. Other than that, 2 to 3 resumes are good enough for you guys, or at least 2 resumes are good enough, because the only thing that you will be changing in it, either adding a project or removing that project altogether. That's it, nothing beyond that, right? Any questions with decoding job descriptions? Any questions on this? Clear? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Now someone said they are very new, or they are hearing ATS for the first time. ATS is nothing but an applicant tracking system. It is an automated system that most of the job portals run this particular automation tool or an engine in the background. Okay, let's take the example of Naukri.com. Okay, how do you search for a job in Naukri.com? You open Naukri website, you punch in certain keywords, data analyst or Excel or Tableau or Power BI, something like that, right? You're punching in some keywords so that you get results, desired results, I would say, right? So what's happening in the background? This application tracking system, the ATS, is taking in those keywords punched in by you or entered by you and giving you the output. Similarly, it will run the other way around for the recruiters. They will also get into their recruiter login page in the Naukri. They will also punch in these keywords and look for the applicants or the resumes. Any resume that do not have these keywords, specific keywords that they are looking for or entering into it, will not be shown to them. Okay, right? Now, are you clear? I think it was Chandrasekhar who mentioned they were not aware of ATS. Are you guys clear now? Yes. Okay. Okay. How to analyze the job description based on the domain? Madhura. Okay. 1 second. Let me go back to the previous slide. Analyze the job description based on the domain. Now let's take an example of a marketing domain. What are the things that are involved in this domain? What kind of marketing can be done? Digital marketing. I mean, right now, mostly we are seeing digital marketing. Paper marketing is very less, because we cannot kind of consolidate that paper or hard copies into one single place and kind of perform any sort of data. So let's consider the digital marketing domain for this example, and understand the kind of data that we can see. One is people running different marketing campaigns on different platforms. One could be social media marketing on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or any other social media platform. One could be on, sorry? No, I'm not talking about the print media. I'm talking about the digital platform, not the hard copy magazines and all. Properly digital. It could be on some what do you call the OTT platforms, YouTube, ads, they run marketing campaigns, right? Now, if I have to understand this domain, I need to understand how these things are functioning. If I'm not understanding how these things are functioning, right, I wouldn't be able to understand what is the requirement in the job description. Right. I think Madhura, I'll also show one example of a JD in the marketing domain or maybe in the banking industry as well, based on which we will decode that and understand what is that requirement. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. Any questions till now? Okay. So we were discussing about ATS. Any questions on ATS? It was quite simple, right? So now, understanding how these systems work is crucial to ensure your qualifications are properly recognized and ranked. These are the 6 things that you need to keep in mind, which is your professional header, a compelling summary. The next one is technical skills, okay, work experience, projects portfolio, education and certifications. Professional header is nothing but your name, all those things. Compelling summary, the career objective which we mention in our resumes, or maybe a professional summary. It's better to use professional summary instead of career objective. Okay. So this will be 2 to 3 lines showcasing your value proposition. Value proposition, and does anyone understand this term called as value proposition? Anyone? No. Okay.
Which means highlighting our strengths.
Sorry, creating our
Highlighting our strengths.
highlighting your strengths. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's not just, you just gave a half answer to it, Vinay. I would say
Yeah.
highlight, how did you add value by utilizing your
Okay.
strengths? Because the
Okay.
term
Okay.
is value proposition,
Yeah.
right? So how did
Got
you
it.
add value with your strengths? By utilizing your strengths or skill set that you have, right?
Yes.
That's what is value proposition in simple terms. There is a big definition
Yeah.
for it, but in simple terms, that's what it is. Next,
Okay.
technical skills categorized by type of easy scanning. You'll mention about your technical skills in the resume, the SQL used SQL to extract data, used Power BI to build compelling dashboards. It shouldn't be just Tableau, it shouldn't be just Excel. Mention a one-liner in the skills section. Mention a one-liner, that should be good enough, right?
Yeah.
You cannot say just Tableau, Excel in the bullet points. No, used Excel for uh, reporting. Use Tableau for building compelling dashboards. Okay. Used SQL for extracting data. Okay. Used R
Yes.
for performing data, for data cleaning. Something like that. Right?
Yes.
Because that will also help the recruiter to understand, okay, you have used this for this.
Yes.
Right? If I've mentioned Excel, Tableau, R, Python, Power BI, everything, I don't know whether you've exactly used everything or not. I
Yes,
wouldn't
sir.
know that.
Yes.
Now, even if your resume gets picked, now when the hiring manager sees that resume or in the technical round, you have mentioned so XYZ skills in your resume, and he or she will ask you this question: why did you use this? Or where did you use this? They will definitely ask you this question, right?
Yes.
So instead, when you have already mentioned that thing in one liner, the question will be,
Yes.
when you use this here, what are the challenges that you faced?
Yeah.
So one question is skipped here.
Yes.
As you've already
Yeah.
mentioned this line, the next question will be, you have mentioned this, that you have used this. Did you face any challenges, or what were your observations when you use this? Right?
Yes.
Don't you think the other question might be something like, don't you think this tool is better than this for this? Something like that. That way, the questions that the interviewer, the recruiter is asking will be much better. You will be able to give more better answers there. Don't you think?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that's how you need to mention your technical skills there. Now, work experience. Quantify achievements, not duties. What do you understand by this statement?
Yeah, actually, while creating resume, we'll mention a lot of roles and responsibilities there.
Yes.
But how much percentage of the achievements we have done, like increased ROI by 70% or
Yes.
80% with this campaign, just like
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Perfect. Now, don't you think this compelling summary and work experience are kind of similar?
Yes, sir.
Right? The value
Yeah.
proposition in the top, we are not giving any numbers there, but now we are quantifying those achievements in the work experience section. Right?
Yes.
Now here you will also mention your technical skills. For example, uh, I have built a Tableau dashboard, okay, which allowed the business owners, okay, to increase the efficiency of department XYZ by 65%.
Yeah.
Right? Now I've included Tableau. I gave my value proposition there and I've quantified it by saying I've increased the efficiency by 65%, something like that. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
It is showing that I am strong enough to build some compelling dashboards or help the stakeholders to take some valuable decisions by adding some value there. Now you are understanding, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say if I have mentioned it in some other way, something like this. I build Tableau dashboards for customer services team. Where is the value there? There is no value that I'm trying to showcase there, right?
Yes.
Okay, whoever who is learning Tableau will build some dashboards by. Why should I hire you? What is the value that I'm getting by hiring you? That will be the question. In order to answer that question, you should quantify your achievements. You should not just mention about your duties.
Yeah.
Right. Next, projects portfolio. Real applications of your skills. How did you apply your skills and uh, achieved those goals and created that value? That should also be there. Now, real applications of your skills. Now, let's say uh, one example of problem solving skills, or maybe problem solving skills. Okay. Let's go back to the previous example that I gave about the problem solving, right? I didn't know
Yes.
about that particular domain, which was the what was that example that we discussed? Sales and profits in one particular time period, which is April and May.
Yes.
I built a dashboard and everything, but I haven't applied my which skills? Problem solving skills. I did not apply that in a proper way, and I'm not mentioning that in the project section, in my portfolio section. Okay, so I can mention something. I was able to understand and solved the problem of so and increased the efficiency or increased the sales in that XYZ region. Now this is also showcasing how did I apply my these skills, the critical thinking or problem solving skills. So you need to make sure this is how you're building your resume. These are the points, or these is how you're structuring your resume in such a way that the uh, the recruiter or the hiring manager is seeing some value in you. By blindly mentioning I worked on this project or I have this skills, this technical skills will not land you in a job. Okay. Next one is
Yes.
education and certification, which is quite straightforward. Make sure you are mentioning relevant credentials and trainings. It should not be irrelevant. Let's say I'm applying for a data analyst role and I don't have any certification or any qualification with respect to data analyst. It's of no use. Any questions in this section? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Raghu.
Okay. Now here we have something called as critical do's and don'ts for the ATS optimization. So use standard section headings, which I already mentioned. Work experience, education, skills, standard headings, okay, in your resume. Include exact keywords from the job description throughout your resume, which we already discussed, right? Understand, screen the JD. You try to use as close as keywords that are already used in the JD that you're applying for. Next, avoid graphics, images, and tables in your resume. Don't include unnecessary images or unnecessary graphics in your resume. Keep it as simple as possible, as structured as possible. Okay,
Yeah.
because if you are including more and more graphics, this ATS, the applicant tracking system, will not be able to pick your resume properly. The more graphical content it has, because it can't read that additional graphical content. Okay, so keep it as simple as possible. A simple PDF or a simple Word document should be good enough. There are few templates which will have your images in it. A simple image should be fine. Nothing beyond that. The more graphical the content, the more chances are your resume will not get picked up. Right? And stick to standard fonts like Arial, Calibri, or Times New Roman. Okay, I personally like Calibri, so I go ahead with Calibri. Few people also go ahead with Times New Roman and Arial. That's fine. Simple Word document or a PDF, like I already mentioned, for maximum compatibility for that ATS to pick those sort of file formats. Okay, and try to keep it 1 or 2 pager resume, not beyond that. Okay, try to keep only 1 or 2 pager resumes, not beyond that. For freshers, it will be
Yeah.
most of the times a single pager, and for experienced people, around 5 to 6 years of experience, also it will be, we can kind of compress it into one page. But if it is beyond that, beyond 10 years of experience, because there will be people who have switched around 3 to 4 organizations, definitely there will be 2 pager resume. Right? And you need
Yes.
not mention, most of the people, especially freshers, include about their family and all those things. Those are not required. Not required, even for the experienced people as well. Just mention about you. In which section? Especially in this section. I'll show you where. Especially in the heading. Your name, phone, LinkedIn profile if needed, and your location. That's it. And at the education section, include your highest qualification. You need not mention your SSC, Inter, and everything. Not required. Mention only your highest qualification. If let's say your highest qualification is degree, mention that degree. If it is BTech, mention BTech. If it is MBA or PG or something it is, mention that highest qualification. They are not worried about your previous qualification, lower levels of education. Not required. Okay.
Yeah.
That way you'll also save some space in the resume. Got it?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
actually, one thing, sir,
Uh-huh.
to discuss. I've completed my graduation in 2020. I have completed my master's in 2025.
Okay.
Mentioning that MBA, if year completion year, that will be any problem for me, sir.
No problem.
Okay, because from past 3 years I'm working here.
That's okay.
By working here only, I have completed my
That's okay.
master's.
There are a lot of people who are pursuing their MBAs or post graduations while working.
Yeah.
So no issues.
Okay, sir.
No issues. I myself
Thank you, sir.
am a better example because I completed my graduation in 2009. Okay.
Yeah.
And I completed my MBA in 2014 while I was
Okay.
working.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, sir.
They might ask you since when you started working. You can say that I pursued my MBA while I was working. It's fine
Yeah. Okay, sir.
because there is no gap, right, in your career. You were working, no issues.
Yes, sir. Actually, there is 2 years of gap from my graduation, and also my I have started working in 23. There is
Uh-huh.
2 years of gap, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your resume, you are mentioning your experience from 2023, right?
Yes, sir.
That should not be a
2023
problem.
January. Yes.
That should not be a problem.
Okay, sir.
The gap that I am talking about is you already started working in 2023 or not, maybe 20. When did you complete your graduation? Which year?
2020 ending, sir, in October
Okay.
2020.
Let's say October 2020. Fine. Let's
Yes.
say you started working in November 2020
Yes.
until 2022.
Yeah.
Then there is 1 year gap of your working. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you
Okay.
are joining in 2024. Then obviously that is a gap. That is something you should
Okay.
be able to explain. That is the kind of gap I am
Okay.
talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gap
Okay,
in
sir.
your
Got it.
career, not with respect to your education qualification.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
No, sir. No. Clear.
Okay. Like I already spoke about an example of power of quantification. How do you quantify your achievements? Now you see, in the first example, worked on Excel reports. This tells the recruiters nothing about your actual contribution, complexity, or impact. In the next one, automated Excel reporting process reducing manual effort by 20%. You have used Excel for automating the action verb that I spoke about, right? Analyzed, automated, these are the actions that you perform. So you have automated by reducing the manual effort by 20%, which is the value proposition, the value that you added, the efficiency increased, right? Created dashboards for management, created Tableau dashboards for management. What is it telling? Nothing. Built 5 plus Tableau dashboards tracking KPIs, reducing reporting time by 30%. What is a management focused on? Always the key performance indicators, KPIs. That is what they are looking for, the insights that you are able to draw from the data given to you, right? And reducing the reporting time by 30%, something like that. These are the kind of quantifications that you need to put in your resumes, right? Any questions here? Because these are the ones that are measurable value additions that you have given in your current role, and uh, the new recruiter will also be looking in you.
Yeah.
Always organizations focus on the kind of value that you will provide to the company or in that role. Focus on these things.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take 5 minutes break and we'll continue. Okay? Be back in 5 minutes, guys. The time
Okay, sir.
now is 12. Okay, be back by 12:05 or 12:06. I think it's 12:01. So 12:06, please. We'll continue.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, welcome back. 1 second, let me share my screen again. Is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes, Rakesh.
Can you guys confirm if everyone online is able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes.
Rakesh.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So any questions so far that the topics that we have covered until this one, which is resume okay, sorry. Until here. Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So let's start with the strategies for fresh graduates first, and then later on we'll go with the career switchers, which is the experienced professional but want to switch into a data analyst role. Okay. So what are the three strategies that the freshers or the graduates need to follow? One is they need to emphasize on the academic projects, highlight transferable skills, and showcase learning initiatives, because they cannot show work experience for sure. So if they have performed any or worked on any academic projects in their colleges, they need to highlight those. How these projects will help for a data analyst is, one thing, they can showcase their problem solving skills, because the projects will definitely have some sort of situation wherein you had to solve a problem in that project. Okay, number one. Or maybe you might have to analyze something, analyze that particular situation and come up with a solution. Or maybe there is a group project wherein you had to lead in certain situations. That shows your leadership skills, right? And how well you were able to communicate that project when you were delivering it, right? So these sort of skills are covered in your academic projects, right? The next one is problem solving, statistical, Excel proficiency. If you had to use any technical tools to perform that project, those are covered here. And showcase the learning initiatives. If you have learned any course or did any certifications online, those things can be mentioned. Best example at the bottom, if you see in that highlighted pink area, analyzed 50,000 plus rows of retail sales data in Excel to identify seasonal trends and customer purchasing patterns, presented findings with visualizations to faculty panel and received top grade in capstone project. You're quantifying here. One is you have analyzed some huge data set worth of 50,000 rows. You've used Excel. You came up with some seasonal trends of customer purchasing patterns, presented those findings with visualizations, which means you are showing your visualization skills. And the outcome is you got good top grades in it. That's the quantifiable factor here, because you're not serving any client to show some sort of efficiency and all those things. Your result here is your top grades. Who gives that? Your college. Very simple and very straightforward. It's just that the better you are quantifying your academic projects, you're highlighting those skills which are required to be a data analyst, an efficient data analyst, the better it is for you. Okay. This is how you will write. Any doubts in this particular slide? Strategies for the fresh graduates. Tejani. Any other people who are a fresher? I think there is one or two people in the chat I saw who is a fresher. Who is it? Who is it? I think most of them online are okay, except for Santosh. Santosh is a fresher. Anybody else who is a new graduate apart from Santosh online? Okay, I think it's only two people here. One is Teja, who is sitting here in the class, and Santosh online. Apart from that, everyone is an experienced professional and who is switching their career. Fine. Okay, someone commented. Okay, Pavani. Pavani is also a fresher. Okay, so we have three people. Now, let's talk about the strategies for career switchers. If you see, these people have some unique advantage. One is the domain expertise combined with fresh analytical skills. Why is that an advantage? Because I already told you, as you already have that domain expertise, you will be able to analyze the data or solve the problem in a much better way than a fresher or a person who do not have that domain expertise, right? So the key is to translate our previous experience into analytics language while highlighting your newly acquired technical capabilities. So here you will have to leverage your current experience that you already have into content or into ERP solutions or whatever it is, accounts receivable, finance domain, whatever experience that you have. Okay, you know in and out of your day-to-day work as to what you perform, what your department does, or maybe what your company does, something like that, right? The more you have the information about these things, the better it will be to use your tools or maybe uh, understand and come up with a statement as to where you can fit in these technical quantifiable statements in your resume. At least one or two things that you can mention about your current role where you were able to quantify using some technical tools. Though you might have not done it, but there's nothing wrong in mentioning about it, right? So how would you do that? One thing is by leveraging your domain knowledge. Your industry experience is valuable. Show how your understanding is, customer behavior and operational workflows enhances your analytical perspective. Okay. Hybrid format, lead with a strong skills section showcasing technical capabilities followed by experience that bridges your past role with analytics applications. You can say that in my initial role, okay, I performed this transactional or operational work, which later on I was more keen in moving into this analytics role. I learned it and I was fortunate enough to get that opportunity. Then this is how you'll, during the interview, you'll explain. Okay. Then you will, as you have mentioned in your resume that, okay, using my previous experience, roles experience, I was quick enough to come up with the insights or quick enough to report these trends or come up with these patterns. Okay. And increase the efficiency because I already had that domain expertise. I was able to deliver the value in a much better way. I hope you are getting my point, right? This way, we are reframing your previous responsibilities through an analytic lens, empathizing data-driven decision making and quantitative contributions you are made. You are basically trying to quantify your previous experience, you're modifying or editing your resume in such a way that it suits the new job, the data analyst role that you're applying for. Any questions here? I'll show you my own resume example as well. How do I modify?
Yes, sir, that will be more helpful.
Yeah, I'll show you, but this thing, hope you guys understood.
Yeah.
Any questions here from anyone? Okay, Dasari.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, who is it?
Yasin.
Yeah,
Yasin.
yeah, Yasin, tell me, please.
Yeah, in my case, like I am working for 3.3 years, almost 3 years, and
Mhm.
my job title is senior analyst, but
Okay,
I have not, I don't work on data analysis kind of things.
okay,
I work for a team which is support team. So we don't work on data like revenue generation.
okay.
For those who are generating revenue, we take up projects from them and then work. But I have never worked on this analysis of data analysis and all. So like what?
You said you are a senior analyst in a healthcare industry, right? Right,
Yeah,
Yasin?
yes, yes.
So what is your day-to-day responsibility? What do you do?
So it's like we rebrand documents to our like our company thing, and we work on Jira for creating tickets there, and we work on travel arrangement, and like we have recently started like we have recently stepped in this Power BI thing where we are not creating data models or reports, but we are assisting those who are creating this. I mean, we are tracking their reports and data models, and like keeping them informed how far they have come.
Okay, but I'm still not able to understand what is your role in this. Okay, which company you're working for?
Working for OTVT India Private Limited.
OTVT. Okay, okay. So you are saying you work for a support team wherein you get some Jira tickets. What sort of tickets come?
Like I work on different like around 15 to 20 different tasks, so that
Okay.
comes first. So they don't come on regular basis, like creating project notebooks on a SharePoint or like
No, no, no.
rebrand.
Yasin,
Sorry,
Yasin, what I'm trying to understand here is what kind of tickets come into your flow? What kind of tickets do you resolve in that
this
support role?
this is related to healthcare, where if any Medicare Medicaid issues comes in, so we
Uh-huh.
track that issues in a Jira tool, and we
Okay.
CSMs about this.
Fine. You're saying Medicare, Medicaid related issues come, but if I have to question it in a different way, are those any sort of claims that you receive?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay, you receive some claims. What do? You process them?
No, we don't process them. We just
Uh-huh.
it where we will copy paste that issue in
Uh-huh.
the and then create a ticket and inform the CSM. We don't work on the issue resolving issues and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys receive some tickets, Jira tickets. After that, you inform another team. What do they do?
I'm not sure about that. They have a different process workflow on that, and they work on it.
Mm.
See, it is not more productive work with what I do.
No, no,
It
no. I'm not thinking about productivity and all. What I'm trying to understand here is, if I get some more information, maybe I can help you to design your resume. That's what I'm thinking.
so this is let's keep Jira aside.
Uh-huh.
So I will switch to another task where we create project notebooks on SharePoint, and that is one
Okay.
thing. And whenever if any employees are traveling within India or coming from outside to India, we book their travel means we book their tickets and hotel stays.
Okay.
And if any team is like having PPT presentations, any meetings, so we rebrand their presentations to the OTVT, like our company
Got it.
standard format.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
uh, and like we not regularly but very rarely work on Excel, VLOOKUP and all.
So in that case, Yasin, can I say your team also supports the logistics within CodeTVT?
Yes, yeah,
Can I
can
say
say.
that?
Yes,
Then in that case, we can mention, see, any company with respect to the logistics team, this basically falls under supply chain management, okay, of any organization. In that, the core principle, or no, I wouldn't say the core principle, but their focus in any supply chain management would be to optimize the cost, which is saving the cost of their expenditure. Whenever they want to spend anything, whenever a company is spending on any of the things, let's say the furniture, the systems, the softwares that they are procuring, the like Yasin just mentioned, people within the organization traveling on business purposes here and there. Okay, what are the flight tickets? Who are they getting? Are they directly buying, or are they getting those things from a vendor or anything like that? Everywhere there is cost involved, right?
yes,
The better or the lesser the cost, the better it is for them, for the organization, right? So in your case, Yasin, maybe you can modify your resume in such a way that try to dig a little more deeper into this particular kind of work, wherein you guys support this logistics related work, right? So we can mention something like you have analyzed the logistics or the supply chain data within the organization, okay, and optimized the cost for or optimize the cost in the travel expenditure, especially, okay. How did you help the company do that? By helping the company identifying a different vendor who was actually giving a much better discounts or much better offers. This is a problem solving. How did you come to that conclusion? By analyzing the pattern of expenditure on the travel category, right? You were able to identify that the people who were traveling to different parts of the world with respect to business travels, every time there has been an increase in expenditure, but there was not constant, or we were not trying to focus on saving it. I'm not saying that the organization should not send people outside, but that was important, but at the same time they did not identify an opportunity of reducing the cost. But by analyzing this pattern, you, along with your sourcing team is the one who kind of use this data, okay, to identify or procure new vendors or optimize the cost or reduce the cost to the organization. So you can mention something on these lines, Yasin. Hope you got
okay,
my point.
yeah, yeah,
Make sense?
yes, thank you.
This way, we are talking about the supply chain domain within the healthcare. I'm not saying I understand that he is working for CoTVT on a larger scale. It is a healthcare industry, but within that organization there is a specific department which is into logistics, which is supply chain. So he can say in healthcare industry, supply chain domain, right? And this is a kind of problem he has solved, right? I hope how I tried to dig a little deeper by asking him questions, right? If in the other scenario where Jira, he was mentioning about some Jira tickets, I couldn't understand the first thing, because until unless you know what you are doing, you understand what you are doing, you won't be able to uh, decode your current work and edit your resumes in aligned, making it aligned with the data analyst role. Okay, hope you understood my approach, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, if you see here in translate past achievements, I tried to reframe the previous responsibilities here through an analytics lens. I did that, emphasizing data driven decision making and quantitative contributions I made. One classic example that I just gave you, logistics. In collaboration with the sourcing team, I was able to identify the opportunity of reducing the cost maybe to 20% of the cost reduction, which is very good. I can quantify that. I can mention something like that in my resume, right? It catches the attention of the recruiter, it catches the attention of the hiring manager. They would be more keen on understanding more about it, right? Simple. And Yasin in this case would be easily able to help the recruiter understand what happens in that logistics team and all that stuff. Maybe he just need to put in a little efforts to ask some simple questions to know more about that team, right? How frequently they travel. He can come up with some approximate cost involved in each travel for each person, right? And what are the different reasons that people travel for. These things he can definitely come up. That's not at all a challenge. That basic research is required, right? Any questions? Fine. Let's move ahead. Another example here. From sales professional, managed client relationships and exceeded quarterly targets. The translated one, analyze the customer churn data across 200 plus accounts to identify retention risk factors, developed targeted intervention strategies that improved renewal rates by 25%. Let's say in this example, I'm a sales professional. I only used to manage client relationships to exceed quarterly targets. There is nowhere data involved in it. This is more of a relationship management role. I'm handling clients. I'm talking to them, making sure they are sticking with us. There is a longer relationship maintained with our organization for so and so business. There is nowhere data involved here in my current role, nor am analyzing anything out here. But as I've decided to move into a data analyst role, I need to understand my current department based on the work that I am doing. There will be some data analysts already existing in that team who are already working. Go to them, talk to them, understand what do they do with the data that we give them, or maybe not we directly giving them, but the kind of work that we do that is stored somewhere in a system. Everything is stored. What do they do with that data? What kind of analysis do they perform? Go talk to them, understand, translate that understanding into these kind of quantifiable statements. Make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Now this kind of translation is easier for you to maybe go ahead and change, update your resumes, right? Next one, from a financial analyst. The original is created monthly financial reports and forecasts. Though these most of the financial reports are created in Excel, but they'll not have any sort of analysis in it. Those are just reports, financial reports. If I have to translate, built financial models in Excel, analyzing $2 million plus in transactions, later automated reporting process by using Python, reducing month-end close time by 40%. Right? Someone was speaking. Any question? Anyone? Okay. Understood. Now here the financial reporting person, this financial report is different from the other Excel reports. This will have how did the, I mean, what are the numbers achieved in quarter, okay, what are the losses and all these things are given in that report, but it does not talk about the, you're not doing any analysis there. You're just consolidating and putting it in one place. Okay, how is the company doing and all, you're just putting that financial report and submitting it, that's it. You're more into the typical financial understanding point of view, that's it. But You're not specifically coming up with those insights. There is separate team who is doing that. So again, the same thing. You will go understand what they are doing with that data, how they have come up with this information and all. Talk to them, understand. If you're good with Python, uh, do some sample projects on financial domain. Use these kind of statements or keywords in the job descriptions. Search for those projects online. Do that project to get better understanding. Mention that in your resume. But like I said initially as well, focus on your current domain first. Then go ahead with a different domain. Try to get into switch the role first in the same domain. Once you gain that confidence, slowly you understand different markets, then maybe if required you can change the domain. Good? Fair enough? Now the third example from marketing coordinator. Managed social media marketing campaigns and email marketing. Maybe content writing as well. Okay. Analyze the campaign performance data across 50 plus initiatives using Google Analytics and Excel. Identified high performing content types that increased engagement by 60%. One more classic example here. I'm only
Yeah.
managing campaigns and email marketing. But am I analyzing something out of it in my current role? I'm not. But if I have to apply for such kind of a data analyst role, I can translate that my current work into or modify it into this way. How? I will gather all the data of different marketing campaigns. Okay. You may be using Excel or whatever it is. Okay. How do I identify how they are performing based on the leads that these campaigns generated? Number of people reacted to that campaign, number of people yeah, I already covered lead generation. How many number of leads that are being generated and all. Okay. How are
Yes.
customers going through our platform or going through a different platform to that website? We will be able to differentiate that. There are different parameters that are seen in it. Okay. Considered in it. By that, I can see whether people are engaging more with those with that content on our
Campaigns.
platform or on some other platform, right? The more I analyze this, the better engagement I can give to my customers or consumers, right? Now I think most of them would have understood how to translate our current work into the data analyst related roles so that it aligns with this role. Any questions here
Yes, sir.
from anyone? Chandrasekhar, I think Vinay, you're good, but how about others? Chandrasekhar, Yasin also good. I think Madhura, you're also okay now, I hope.
Hi,
Anyone?
sir.
Yeah, who is it?
Yeah, Madhura.
Yeah, tell me, Madhura.
Yeah, yeah. I'm working in IKEA from last 3.5 years. I'm
IKEA,
working as
okay,
yeah, I am working as the operational support specialist. Like
okay,
whatever they have any issues in the floor, we have to solve those cases. So, but mostly I'm working only Excel, right?
okay,
So I my career as a data analyst completely, sir. So
okay.
how I have to
Can,
change
can, can you explain me your day-to-day work, please?
um like it's a big warehouse
Okay,
completely. So as a range specialist, I'm doing all the article setups and how it's flow going on, how they have to do for replenishments and picking team, how they can assign the locations. All of them, I we will take care of.
okay, let's say, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I will
Yeah,
rephrase whatever you're saying in a much more elaborated way. Okay.
yeah.
What Madhura, okay. So what Madhura is saying, she's working in the IKEA warehouse. Okay. Her job is the operations specialist. In that warehouse, there will be a lot of items that comes. Okay. From the from the manufacturer. Let's say from the manufacturer, all these things are coming. Now, people who are working in that warehouse, they need to place certain items in a certain manner, in a certain place. And again, they
Yeah.
need to be picked up based on the orders that they get, right? And
Yes, sir.
overall maintenance happens in that warehouse. And everything, every item that is received, everything should be tracked. And I think she enters that into the system in an Excel sheet. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And if there is a problem, the problem could be something like some item is not placed in a proper way in certain place, or some item is not, let's say most of these items, to track them, there will be some QR codes or scans on barcode. Everything needs
Yeah.
to be tracked. They need to be entered into the system, into the inventory. If something is not entered, but the items tally is not matching, that is a problem. So she needs to go to that place and see whether that particular item is tracked or not. Entered into the inventory or not. If it is not entered, she needs to make sure it is entered. Kind of, she does some inventory management. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, here, here also she can mention something with respect to the data analysis. How? This is a retail company, IKEA, a retail
Yeah.
outlet, a proper retail outlet. Okay. So she is currently handling all the retail related data, items, inventory. Maybe she can come up with an analysis, something uh, managed the inventory. Okay. Let's say due to some challenge. Let's say we will consider this example of some items were not tagged with the right number. Okay. Now when the customer places an order, the tagging was incorrect. The customer got delivered a different product altogether. Though it was falling under table category, but every table will have a unique code, a unique SKU code, okay, a unique identifier. Let's say if there is a problem, the items were not properly tagged in the system. Now, Madhura can perform some analysis on the data and understand based on the complaints received by the customer, saying that she was able to analyze that there was incorrect tagging happened in the inventory, due to which there was some issue, and I based on my analysis I was able to identify this issue. After this issue was identified, I was able to increase the efficiency of the item tagging in the inventory by 50% or something like that. Right, Madhura?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Can
sir.
I say that?
Yeah, sir. 100%, sir.
Something like this. She can translate her work into this thing. And of course, I think she might have received these kind of complaints. I'm damn sure about it. Maybe
Yes,
some
sir.
other wrong item got placed somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. That one they can, this one from customer support, they will receive the calls.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I hope you understood how to translate your current work. This is one small example. You can come up with multiple examples in your day-to-day scenario and try to see how well you can edit your resume.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay?
sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Yeah, no problem. Any more questions? Clear? Fine. Huh. Now we'll talk about the common resume mistakes to avoid. Content errors. Manaswini, as a content, what exactly you do? You write articles? You analyze the articles, right? Okay. You know how important content should be. If there are some inaccuracies, you analyze it and you make sure they are corrected and rectified and all that stuff. Fine. The same thing happens here as well. Content errors, generic summaries that could apply to anyone, hardworking professional seeking opportunities. Don't mention these kind of summaries in your resume. Everyone is hardworking. Nobody wants to say that I'm not hardworking, I want a job. Right? So nobody will say that I'm not hardworking, still give me a job. So avoid these old school mistakes. Hardworking professional seeking opportunity. Don't do that. Listing duties instead of achievements. I already mentioned. Do not just mention I work on Excel or I am doing this. No, quantify it. Describing what you were supposed to do, not what you accomplished. Always focus on what are your accomplishments. Value proposition is important. Next one, including irrelevant details that do not support your data analyst candidacy. Now you might get a question. Sir, I have around 5 to 6 years of experience, but initially for 2 years for 2 years or maybe 3 years, I worked in a typical operational role. Like maybe let's take example of Madhura only. Okay. Now she might say that I worked in the typical operational environment. I only have 1 or 2 years of experience in data analysis. In that case, what should I do? Explicitly mention about it. First, operational from so and so date till this particular month. These were my roles and responsibilities. Later on, this is what I did. If you remember in the initial, today, sometime back before the break, I did mention, I took an example that few people will have some experience already and they want to move into this field. Now, how do you mention? You cannot say that all the 5 years I was into data analysis. The expectation will be more from in that case, from the recruiter. To avoid those things, mention about your current role for some time, for some period. Later on, you can mention that, okay, from this time till this time, I worked in the operational role. Later on, I moved into a data analyst role or a reporting role. This would be much more, much better, right?
Sir,
This will also,
that will be helpful for us if you could provide any sample resumes for
I will
this
show my own
type of
resume. I'll
cases.
show my own resume.
Yes,
I'll
yes,
show my own
yes.
resume. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll
Yes,
show
Rakesh.
you, and I will also show you how I use ChatGPT or Copilot to modify our resumes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, that will be more
I'll
helpful
show you.
us.
I'll show you. Okay.
Same, Rakesh. My problem also the 9 years of experience. How can
Uh-huh.
I put the 3 or 4 years of experience in data analyst?
Definitely, I'll show you. I'll show you. It all
Yeah.
depends on how well you can write that prompt.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll show you.
Thank you.
Next, formatting errors. Inconsistent formatting in dates. Somewhere you are mentioning MMDDYY and again you are mentioning DDMMYY. These things should not be there. Make sure across your resume, if you are mentioning any dates, make sure you are consistent with the date formats. Spacing, bullet styles throughout the document, single bullet style. Somewhere at the top you are using proper typical arrow marks, somewhere you are doing circles, somewhere again you are using something else. Don't do that. Across your resume, be
Yeah.
consistent with your bulleting formatting and everything. Your font style should be same. Sizing may vary. Your name might be in a much larger format, larger size. Your headers will be in bold, maybe bold and underlined if needed. Your content, the description, whatever it is, should be same. The sizing can vary, but not the font style. Typos, grammatical errors, make sure you are correcting them. Once you are preparing a resume, use ChatGPT or Copilot, upload your document and look for grammatical errors. If not, Word, your typical Word document also has that grammar check. Use that.
Yes.
Use those suggestions and edit. Make use of these automated tools. Don't go for fancy fonts and graphics that I already mentioned. Right? Don't go ahead with them. These are the common mistakes to avoid. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions here?
No. No, sir.
Okay. This should be your checklist every time when you are preparing a resume. One is keywords from job description that you are applying for. Make sure you are mentioning all the necessary keywords. Next, strong action verbs that I already spoke about, which is analyzed, automated, visualized, right? Optimized, designed, or implemented, something like this. Okay, all in the past tense. Next, 3, quantifiable impact. Numbers speaks louder than typical words. Have you included numbers, percentages, or metrics that demonstrate the scope and results of your work? Right. Next, clean ATS format. Is your resume free of tables? No tables, please. And graphics, unnecessary images, not required. Don't do some complex formatting and all. No, it should be simple, very simple and minimalistic. That's it. Tailored summary. Does your summary speak directly to the specific role and company, highlighting your most relevant qualifications? Your professional summary at the top should be able to highlight about your this thing, so that the recruiter would understand that, okay, this summary, I can actually make a very good use of this resource and add value to my department or to my organization. That's the impression it should create. Error-free presentation. No errors, no typos, no grammatical errors. Your contact number, your Gmail IDs, or your LinkedIn profile, everything should be properly mentioned without any errors. Done? Make sure you maintain that checklist so that you don't forget that you're not missing on any of these things. This will help you in the initial days when you're trying to modify your resumes. Okay? Any question? Any questions from anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's move ahead. Previously was the checklist. Now the rules that you need to follow. Show impact, not activity. What impact you created. Focus on what you achieved and what the value that you delivered. Next, tailor every time. Whenever you are applying for a new job, see, try to compare those both resumes and tailor it accordingly or customize it accordingly to that resume. Forget about whether you get shortlisted or not. Forget about, but always edit your resume. Whenever you are applying, edit. Okay. Let projects speak
Yeah.
for freshers. Sorry, Vinay, you had something?
No, sir.
Okay. The third point, especially for freshers, your projects, especially in the academics, can be just as compelling as work experience when well presented. Like I already mentioned, there are a lot of different forums where you can do some projects, okay, your own projects. Download the data, perform some, take that problem statement and solve that, build a dashboard, build a solution, put it on GitHub, share that GitHub link in the resume, soft copy of your resume. Okay. You can tell them during the interview when you're talking about, I've already included this project report in my GitHub repository. The link is already attached in the soft copy. You can show them. You can do that, especially for freshers. Bridge your past, which is for career switchers. Your domain expertise is an asset. Translate into analytics language to stand out, which we already discussed with 3 best example: marketing, finance, sales. These were the 3, and we've also discussed about the retail part with Madhura, right?
Yes.
So bridge your past, the past experience, the operational, the functional, whatever work that you did, you should be able to bring that into this, what do you call, the analytics domain, right? 4 golden rules for your resume success. We already discussed the examples. Any questions
Yeah.
here? Anyone?
No, sir.
Are we good? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we are done with the session, but now let me show you an example. 1 second, I'll stop sharing, and meanwhile I'll collect the copies that I have in my system, and I'll show you how do I do that. Okay, let me stop sharing here.
Yeah.
Give me 2 to 3 minutes, please. I'll be on mute. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Okay, let me share my screen again. What do you guys see? Do you see my folder? 1 second.
Yes, Rakesh.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. But here it is still showing the presentation. 1 second. Let me stop the presentation. Uh, interesting there. One second. Uh, okay, why is this happening? Give me 1 second, guys. Uh, you're seeing a, sorry, you're seeing a blank screen, right? My desktop?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, one second.
Time flies.
One second. I don't know why this is happening. One second. I'm trying to. Now, what do you guys see? Still my desktop screen?
Oh, file folder.
File folder?
Yes,
Wow,
file.
why am I not able to see here on the screen? I mean, on the screen in the sense I'm trying to connect a HDMI cable here on the larger screen, but that's not showed properly. All this while it was good. Now when I'm trying to change this, it's not happening. సార్ ఎవరైనా పిలుస్తావా ఒకసారి just please bear with me. I'm trying to call someone here for helping me here.
This amazing trick.
You're seeing my file folder, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you see LinkedIn page now?
Yes.
Right? Okay, thank you. Give me a second. Now there is a role. Okay. కనిపిస్తుంది కదా కొంచెం ఇట్రా నువ్వు ఇటు వచ్చేసి నువ్వు ఇట్రా అతను ఇటు వస్తాడు. Right. So now there is a Scrum Master Senior Consultant Specialist in HSBC. So there is a huge JD. In this role, what will you do? Okay. This is a long list of roles and responsibilities that they have mentioned here. Okay. Now I'll show you my current resume. Already have 1, 2, 3, 4 resumes, but let me open this. This is my resume. Okay. Right now, can you see my resume online?
Yeah.
So if you see, this is my professional summary. Okay. My name, professional summary. If you see in the professional summary, as an agile product owner, scrum master and business analyst with so-and-so experience, I led multiple successful product launches and managed so-and-so. I mentioned about the value proposition. Okay. And I look forward to bringing these trends to foster agile innovation, transformation, growth. What I'm talking here is I'm trying to brand myself, right? Which I already discussed during our session. I mentioned about core skills. I did not kind of mention that one-liners because I wanted to include most of the things, but that's fine. So strengths and LinkedIn profile are here. Empathy, adaptability, coaching and mentorship, transparent communications are my strengths. My education, like I mentioned, highest qualification. Now if you come, experience, as a product owner, there will be less quantifying stuff, but it will be more in a leadership standpoint. I mentioned led cross-functional teams of engineers, data architects, and QA specialists to deliver scalable data ingestion pipelines, ensuring seamless integration of diverse data sources into enterprise platforms. What value I added, I mentioned. Collaborated with business stakeholders, data consumers, and compliance teams to define requirements, prioritize features, and align product outcome. This is a basic requirement of a product owner in any company. Now, here at the bottom, business analyst, because initially I worked as business analyst, then I moved into this role. But in fact, in between, I also worked as a scrum master, which I did not mention here. In this 4 years, from October 21 till now, 2 years I worked as scrum master. After that, I started as working as a product owner. But what I did, I removed that scrum master thing. How did I do? There was a product owner role outside where I was trying to apply. I took that, I modified. How did I do? I'll show you with a live example. This is a product owner role. Now, if you see in this, this is a scrum master role. What I'll do, I'll take this job description. These are the technical requirements, so I'll not go ahead with that. I'll take this job description. I'll take a Word document. You're able to see everything, right? Whatever I'm performing on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now JD for Scrum Master HSBC. Now let me copy paste. I did that, right? Now let me save this file on the desktop. JD for I'll remove Scrum Master underscore JD. Done. I saved it. Now I'll go to Copilot. Now what I'm going to do is I'll do something like as an expert resume writer, help me modify my current resume. The file name, which is my resume's file name, is this one. Okay, what I'll do is okay, before that, one second. I can actually do it. Rakesh underscore this. That's it, right? Is the file name. This. Okay, modify my current roles and responsibility. I'll be more specific. Responsibilities in my my product owner role from resume this, and compare it with JD from file. What's the file name that we saved? One second. SM underscore JD. SM underscore JD, and align it accordingly so that it suits well with the requirements. Okay, and give me the not overview. Okay, that should be good. Well with the requirements. Sorry. My bad. I did not attach the files. I'm sorry. Close. Sorry guys, one second. Let me attach the files first. Upload. Where is it? Resumes. This one. And other one. Desktop. JD, SMJD. This one.
Yeah.
Now I'll put this prompt. Okay, because we are telling compare this with this. These are the files. Now let's see what it does. It has reviewed your both current product owner role in your resume and Scrum Master JD you shared. The goal is to reframe your responsibilities so they highlight Scrum Master aligned competencies, which are facilitation, servant leadership, coaching, process optimization, etc., while still leveraging your product owner achievements, right? Now it is showing the requirement is this, your current owner is the gap alignment and opportunity. Where is the gap? How we can make those changes? Refined resume aligned with the JD. See, facilitated daily stand-ups, sprint planning, sprint reviews and retrospectives, ensuring transparency, alignment and continuous improvement across cross-functional teams. acted as a servant leader, proactively removing impediments, etc. Partnered with product developers and business stakeholders to prioritize and refine the product backlog. Ideally, this is a responsibility of a product owner, but some support related work is also being done by the Scrum Master. So in the same way, it is also aligned with my, at the same time, it's currently aligned with my current role, but it is also showing what a Scrum Master also does, right? Now, the next one is administered and maintained Scrum board, Jira, Confluence, etc. Analyze burn down charts, velocity trends, and other agile metrics. If you see, automatically it is highlighting these things. These are the keywords that a recruiter would look for a Scrum Master role when they are trying to go through the profiles. So automatically it is also highlighting those words, those keywords, which are well suited or aligned with the Scrum Master JD for HSBC. Right. Now, why this works? Use a Scrum Master language. All the terms used by the Scrum Master, their roles and responsibilities, they are already carried. I mean, already included in this in these points. Done. Okay.
Yeah.
Retains your product owner achievements, but reframes them to emphasize team facilitating and coaching. It is just tailoring it according to the requirement. Done. Next, directly mirrors the JD keywords, daily stand-ups, retrospectives, backlog prioritization, Jira continuous improvement. Okay. Positions you as a hybrid product owner and Scrum Master. Now I can sell myself. You're only looking for a Scrum Master, but I also have a product owner role, a product owner experience. It is in fact an advantage for you. I can, during the interview, I can tell them that as I'm already working as a product owner, I can also be a very good asset for you. Instead of just being a Scrum Master, I can also be an acting product owner if you require. Do you think it is an additional advantage that I'm giving to them? Definitely yes. I will have an edge over other applicants, right? Which is attractive for HSBC role, definitely. Next step, I can also refine your professional summary to highlight Scrum. It depends. If I want to do that, I can do that. Let me do that. Okay. Refine my professional summary to highlight the Scrum Master role. Certified Scrum Master and Agile Product Owner with 14 plus years of experience driving Agile transformation. Driving Agile transformation is a role of a Scrum Master. Product delivery is a role of a product owner. Okay, and cross-functional collaboration, skilled in facilitating Scrum ceremonies. Cross collaboration, skilled in facilitation is Scrum Master's role. Okay, removing impediments, Scrum Master role, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement, Scrum Master and product owner's role. Okay, recognized for servant leadership, coaching and mentoring, Scrum Master's role. Okay, to achieve higher velocity, quality and all, Scrum Master. Adopt to leveraging tools like Jira. Jira and Confluence is used by both Scrum Master and product owners. Okay. Ensure transparency, data-driven decision-making product owner. Okay. Proven ability to bridge business and technology product owner. Align product backlogs with strategic goals and guide teams towards delivering high-value outcomes in complex regulated environments. In fact, I can reduce this professional summary up to only 50 words. I can change that. Because this huge, it will take a lot of space in the resume. If I want to reduce that, I can do that. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Like how I edit my resumes. There was a requirement recently in one of the companies. Where is it? Where is it? Huh. This was the requirement, which is, I don't know, one second. हाँ. This was a requirement from one of the pharma industry, okay, pharma company in Hyderabad, which is BMS, Bristol Myers Squibb, is a company. So they wanted product manager role, I suppose, some role. I don't remember the title exactly. So this was the required. This was the responsibilities that they were looking for. So I edited my resume to suit this. The same way, the same kind of prompt I gave, and I created that resume. Where did I put that? I think this is the one. No, not this. Hmm. Russian life cycle insurance. Design. Where did I put that? I think I deleted that resume, but that's how that was my approach, but I'm trying to find the resume as well. 1 second. Huh. Initially, my resume had experience only as product owner. This Scrum Master I added, and there was a role in McDonald's. Okay, there is an office in Hyderabad, McDonald's. Okay, that is a new office they opened recently. And if you see SMJD McDonald's, let me close the other one. This was the requirement. As an experience as an agile coach and scrum master on large multinational projects, Jira, presenting training documents, in-person training, okay, transformation and all. Okay, these were the requirements that they wanted. Okay, the roles and responsibilities that they were looking for. And I used the same for technique to do, to modify my resume. This is my edited resume. Launched and stabilized agile teams across data platforms. Okay, initiatives embedding Scrum and Kanban practices to improve delivery predictability. End-to-end release planning and execution. Data architecture teams to deliver scalable data ingestion. I mean, it had my core product owner experience. Okay, but at the same time, it was also talking about different aspects of Scrum Master, and it was quite nearer to the requirement that the McDonald's was looking for. Designed and delivered agile training sessions. They were looking for that kind of agile training in that role. Strengthen organizational adoption of lean agile principles. They were looking for lean agile stuff. Mentored product owners and project managers on agile behaviors, backlog management and scaled delivery practices. Defined and tracked release health metrics. Driving continuous improvement was their expectation. I edited. Facilitated go no go meetings and post release retrospectives embedding lessons learned into future release cycles. Partnered with product owners, managers to prioritize backlog items and align release scope with strategic objectives. Something like that. Right? Like this. Any questions? Anyone? Online?
No, sir. No.
Are we good?
Yes.
Thank you. So I would want you guys also to explore these tools, okay, Copilot or
Yeah.
ChatGPT, and have your current resume, but make sure don't just blindly take the output that ChatGPT is giving and putting it into the resume. You will be asked questions. You should be able to answer those questions as well. If not, they will get to know that you are editing using ChatGPT or Copilot. Okay, make sure you are
Yeah.
aware of what you are and putting in your resume and you are able to answer that. Review it for any grammatical errors. Okay, I blindly will not do direct copy and paste. I will make changes wherever necessary. If I feel it is kind of more high fat, I'll remove them unnecessary. Not every point. If you see, one second, let me go back to the requirement. See, not all the requirements mentioned here needs to be fulfilled. 60 to 70% is good enough.
Yeah.
No candidate will have all the responsibilities. The HRs, when they are publishing these roles in their career websites or in the online portals, what they do is they'll have one template. They'll include A to Z requirements in that, and they just post it. The applicants like us will tend to get tense. They're expecting so much from us, but it's not the truth. You need to make sure at least 60 to 70% of the requirement you are able to match. That should be good enough. Make those changes, apply for that role, and wait whether you'll wait for the call. Okay. And when you're applying for multiple jobs, like I mentioned, take the JD, modify it with the use of these tools, because manually for us writing each and everything will be difficult. When these tools are there, when AI is there, make good use of it. Make those changes, modify, review it. The first thing, review it and then apply. Don't blindly apply. Okay, and make sure you're maintaining
Yeah.
a copy of those resumes, like which company you have applied
Yes.
for, something like that. Because here, if you see, where did that go? I maintained a suffix here, SM, because that's the latest resume that I created. Because the date modified is 1610. That's the day I applied for that role. Okay, SM. By that, I'll be able to understand that, okay, this is the resume that I need to carry when I'm going to the interview, if I get a call. You should not carry some other resume. Okay. Just make sure about it. As soon as you apply for it, again, just make a note. Let's say I will again, one second. I'll rename this as McD, which company I'm applying for. Okay. Done. That's it. Tomorrow, when I'm taking a printout of it and taking a hard copy, I'll carry this resume to the interview. Done? Don't
Yeah.
don't carry a separate, different resume which has no relevance to the role that you're applying for. Don't make that silly mistakes. I know we tend to forget, so this is a good practice that you kind of rename your resumes in such a way that which role and which company you're applying for. So tomorrow when you're taking a printout, this will be helpful. Done?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions that you would like to ask? This comes to the end of our session. Any questions? Any questions from anyone?
One question I have, sir.
Yes.
Actually, my skills are related to ERP and also data analysis. This is not related to resume, but it's a personal suggestion I'm expecting from you, sir.
ERP.
Can
Okay.
we combine, yes, both the skills and can we try for the jobs?
For data analysts, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Do you have your resume handy now?
Yes, sir, I have.
Can you share that in the chat, please, if you have it?
Yes, sir. Can I share my screen?
You wanted to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Share your screen and show me.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Not this. This is my
Okay.
resume, sir.
Okay, can you close that left side, this thing? That one. Or maybe maximize your window.
1 second, sir.
Huh. Hmm.
Actually, my
That's okay. Increase the. Zoom in. There is a 100% option up there, right? Click on that plus button. You'll be able to maximize the screen. Or plus control plus.
actually, what the thing is, sir, the same issue you have faced, I'm facing the same issue.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Wait.
Uh,
Fine. Leave it.
this is my screen, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah. We are able to see your screen. Scroll
Yes.
down.
I am unable to scroll the screen also, sir.
Oh. Oh. Do you have a PDF copy of it?
Yes, sir, I have.
Open that PDF copy instead of this thing. Uh, on the HTML page. Or maybe attach the file in the chat. I'll open and see here. I'll open and I'll share my screen.
Okay, sir.
Attach that copy.
Yes,
That
sir.
will be better.
Yes,
Attach
sir.
the copy in the chat. Stop sharing your
Yeah.
screen.
Yes, sir.
Attach the file. I'll open it here. And I'll
Yes, sir, I have shared.
okay. 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 Let me know when everyone is able to see my screen. Are you guys able to see it? Yes. Vinay's resume, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now tell me what's your question.
I am trying to showcase my skills, both ERP and data analytics skills, sir.
Okay.
I am using this common resume for both the data analyst roles and also the ERP related roles. I want to know whether the applying jobs in this way works out or not, sir.
Okay. So let me read out the professional summary. MBA Finance Professional. Okay. Expertise in ERP systems, skilled in Power BI, SQL, and advanced Excel with track record of optimizing vendor payments, streamlining workflows, and designing management dashboards. Experienced in Enabling data-driven decision making by combining financial knowledge. Okay, adapt. Okay. Okay. Maybe slightly change your professional summary as well, which suits with
Yes,
the
sir.
data analysis. I mean, half of it is good, but
Okay.
the next half is quite generic. So use the approach that I
Yeah.
just showed you. Try to change a little bit. That
Mm.
should be good.
Yes, sir.
ERP, okay. Analytics and reporting, okay, fine. The roles and responsibilities also, okay.
Yeah.
Upload your resume to ChatGPT or Copilot the same way that I did, and
Yeah.
try to modify this section, roles and responsibilities section, with the JD that you see.
JD.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
data analysis based on which you can make changes, and if you want to include any other points here as well, you can include depending on the JD that you are applying for the role.
Okay.
Okay, slightly
Yes,
change
sir.
the professional summary and follow the approach that I
Yeah.
just showed you, and make sure
Yes, sir.
you should also feel comfortable when you're talking about what you have mentioned in the resume. So review once,
Yes, sir.
twice, thrice, how many number of times possible. Please review your resume before blindly going ahead and applying for a role.
Yeah.
Okay, do that.
Okay, sir.
That should be good
Yeah.
enough.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Sir, one more
Or
thing, sir.
maybe,
Yeah.
one thing you can do uh,
Yes.
uh, is this and this. Okay, this is key achievements and contributions.
Yes.
Streamline vendor payment, develop Power BI. Okay, okay, okay. So all the data analysis part you're talking about here at the bottom. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Instead of mentioning it at the bottom, combine
Yeah.
this here itself. And
Okay.
like you have around 9 years of experience, right? Overall, right, Vinay?
No, sir. 5.
Five.
No, sir.
Sorry,
3 only.
five.
Sorry,
So,
3, sir.
3. 3,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3.
3. So you can mention something like maybe first 1 year or something in the ERP space. Mention a couple of
Yes.
points there, 2 to 3
Yeah.
points. Remaining around 4 to 5 points, mention something like this here, combine.
Yes, sir.
Use Copilot or ChatGPT. I'm fine, totally fine with it. Combine this
Yes, sir.
in a single Word document and compare it and modify it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Does that help?
Yes, sir. Yes. That will be helpful. And one more question, sir. Can we also mention our personal achievements like running off marathons? Because I
Yeah,
have
definitely.
ran
Why not?
around.
You can mention your hobbies at the bottom somewhere, because
Yes.
uh, uh, at times when you're talking about your strengths, you can mention about your hobbies and say that, okay, this hobby personally gives me that strength to push myself in whatever task or whatever project I work on, something like that. That also creates a very good impression when you're
Yes.
giving your interview. Mention,
Yes,
absolutely
sir.
fine.
Where it is suggestible to mention that session, sir, at the
Mostly
bottom
at the
of the
bottom. Mostly at
resume.
the bottom. Yes, mostly at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Any more questions from anyone? If not, we can wrap it up. Okay, I'll take that as a no. Thank you,
Rakesh,
everyone. Please do share your feedback or review
can you hear
on
me?
this session on Google page of Excelytics, please. I think somebody
Yes,
else
sir.
has a question.
Definitely.
Was it Yasin?
Yes, I think
Sorry. Yeah. GitHub I don't have, but other platforms I'll share it in the group, WhatsApp group. Is that okay?
yeah, that works.
I'll share it in the WhatsApp group.
Sure.
Give me time till evening today. I'll share the necessary platforms wherein you can perform your projects, data analytics related projects. Okay, sample projects, and create your GitHub repository and place all those project related files, Tableau dashboards or Power BI dashboards there, and share that link and put it in the resume. Okay. Any platforms where we can create resumes? I use, one second. Wait, where did that go? Huh. I am opening that. One second. I'm pasting it in the chat for your reference. This is the site that I use for creating resumes. There are 1 or 2 free templates, but if you want to go ahead with more different templates, it is a paid one. ఇది వాట్సాప్లో కూడా పెడతాం. Okay, any more questions? For me, let me, as a reminder, I'll put it in the group that I need to share. One second. Action item from me. Share data platforms for analysis and creating a GitHub. Okay. GitHub repository. Okay, I have already put in the chat as an action item from me. Share data platforms and creating a GitHub repository. Done. Anything else? That's it, right? All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. And like I said, do share your feedback. Let me know, because it will help me to kind of improve or maybe enhance the content a little more if needed. And for the next batches also, it will be helpful. Okay.
Yes, sir. It was a wonderful session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vinay. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time.